hello again. Here we have the exercise number 3 in the part of phonology or the field of phonology. Here in this exercise, we are given data from the French language and we are asked to answer 4 questions. The first question is about to identify or state the environment in which the vowels, the nasalized vowel takes the nasal feature, where the vowels takes the nasal vowels take the feature of nasal or nasality. So here, to distinguish between what is nasal and what is not nasal, we should not forget the diacritic. This diacritic represents the nasalization process. Okay, this diacritic is like a wavy bar. Okay, this one stands for palatalization. For example, the sound palatalization. This one stands for labialization, and there are others. For example, this one stands for syllabification. This one. Okay, so there are many. What we are concerned with here in this exercise is the nasalization diacritic. So to identify the environment where the nasals and non-nasal vowels occur, we should make, like for example, a list on our draft sheet. We say a vowel that is nasal where it occurs before and after, okay, and a vowel that is not nasalized where it occurs. So this is how we are going to proceed in this analysis. The first one, the A sound, it is nasalized because of what? It is in a word initial, okay, and it is followed by what? How to get a nasalization feature? Should always followed by a consonant that is nasal. And in this case, the consonant is deleted. And this is the intricate part in this exercise. That's why it is so difficult to distinguish between what is nasal and what is not nasal in this exercise, because there is a deletion process occurring in the state of the data, and it is not present. So you should discover it or identify it before stating any differences between the vowels. Okay, so here we have the vowel that is nasal. It is followed by what? A deleted nasal. Okay. Then the L sound. Okay, keep it like this. Let's represent the nasal with the N sound. Okay, deleted nasal. Okay, sonne. Okay, which is to phone someone. Okay, here the vowel that is not nasalized, and this one is also not nasalized because the existence of the nasal, it is still here. It is still articulated. That's why no nasalization process occur, because the nasal consonant does not get deleted. Okay, so here the vowel, it is preceded by S sound and N sound, while the other one, the A, it is preceded with the N and followed by nothing. Word fine. Okay, let's move to the other one. This vowel, it is nasalized, preceded by the R sound, the fricative, and followed by a deleted nasal. Do not forget this, deleted nasal. And this one, it is preceded with a word initial and is followed by nasal. It's still, no, sorry, should be here. Okay, so here, panorama, the same thing for panorama. It is preceded by the P and followed by the nasal, still exists. While bon, it is preceded by the B sound and followed by what? A deleted nasal. That's why we take the diacritic nasal. Bonnet and parlons. The same thing for these. Okay? For example, this L and followed by what? By a nasal that is deleted. And this is the intricate part in the deletion of that nasal. What we can understand from this data is that before moving to stating the environment and stating other or answering other questions, we should know that there is no nasalization, there is no occurrence of the nasalization process only and if the nasal is deleted after the process. اوكي ما يمكنش the vowel يولي nasal الا ما تحذفش في لينا داك nasal من بعد nasalization, meaning that الا ما تحذفش, if it is not deleted we will have no nasalization. That's why here the ne sound, it is plus nasal, this one is nasal, this one is nasal, and this one is nasal. We forget about this because we are concerned the nasalization occurs after the vowel. Okay, it is not nasalized because the vowel is not nasalized because why? There is still a nasal vowel here, and the same for these, while these ones are nasalized because the deletion of the nasal consonant occurs after that process. Okay, hope it's clear. So concerning the first question, say the environment in which the vowels take the feature nasal. They take the feature nasal where? When I answered this before, when they are followed by a nasal consonant and getting deleted after the process of nasalization. While there is no nasalization process if the consonant or the nasal consonant is still there in the data. Okay? This is the main distinction between the two, the nasalized and the non-nasalized vowel. Okay, the second question. Okay, the first question I think would answer your exercise like fully. Okay, the second question is asking you what happens to the nasal after nasalization. We said it gets deleted. Okay, the second question, the nasal consonant gets deleted after the process of nasalization. Vowel nasalization. Okay, so the nasal consonant gets deleted after the process of vowel nasalization. If it is not deleted, then there is no nasalization of the vowel. Like for example, this case. And we said the diacritic of nasalization is this one. So here is the nasalization. And here there is no nasalization. Why I wrote this? To show you how to distinguish between the nasalized vowel and the vowel that is not nasalized. Please note this. The third question is asking you to write the phonological rule or rules accounting for this alternation. So since you see the rule or rules, the S concerning the what we call the plural forms or the plural form, you should know that it would be like at least more than one process involved in this data. Okay, I will keep some of these. Okay. Okay. So the rule number 1, we said it would be what? It would be nasalization, since we have the diacritic. So the first rule, it is nasalization. The second rule should be what? Nasal deletion or consonant deletion. Or we can say the nasal deletion. The third rule would be what? It would be combining the two processes in one. It would be coalescence. Okay, and we will explain this. Vowel consonant coalescence. Okay, so the first rule, nasalization, how to write it using annotations or phonological symbols or annotations. It would go like this. It would go like this. For 1, nasalization. for nasalization. Which would be a vowel becomes plus nasal. Okay. When a vowel becomes nasal, for example, bon. Okay. The O sound becomes nasal where it occurs before a consonant that is nasal. Okay. And this is how we would write it. Where it occurs before or after, before a consonant that is plus nasal. Okay. Good. We say plus nasal or plus nasalize. Or nasalize, okay? Plus nasal or nasalize. A vowel becomes plus nasal which occurs before a consonant that is nasal, okay? A consonant that is nasal. ها هو من وراها مش أكبر منه. Okay? This is the first rule for nasalization. The second rule would for consonant deletion. For consonant deletion, we would say it is when we have this nasal consonant being deleted because for a successful nasalization process to happen. Okay? إلا بغينا nasalization process تكون زعما should be fulfilled, we should delete the nasal after the nasalization process. And that's what I'm focusing on in this correction of this exercise. Okay, we say that a consonant that is plus nasal, okay, gets deleted, and this is the symbol of deletion, gets deleted when there is a vowel, okay, takes the plus nasal, okay, take the plus nasal feature, okay, and it occurs here. This is how. Okay, a nasal consonant gets deleted, okay, the symbol for deletion, when it occurs before a vowel that is plus nasal. A vowel that is plus nasal. I hope it's clear, okay? I will check whether it is, okay? Vowel that is, okay, it's clear, okay.